day, everyone. Hope out there everyone had a tremendous Mother's Day weekend. We did here in the Epting household. And speaking of Epting, it's your boy Willie Epting Jr., and this is the hashtag Brothers of Baseball show, brought to you by the BGC Sports Network and powered, of course, by the Shake Back Media Group. So I want to let you guys know something here real quick. This first segment, it is being brought to you by us. Who is us? We is us. Who is we? We is the Big Game Christian Sports Network. Your chance to support the BGC Sports Network even further is finally here. Introducing the BGC merch store, where you can purchase authentic BGC merch like our BGC coffee mugs, the overhyped, unofficial, slightly censored Turkey Den t-shirt, the BGC Sports Desk or the BGC desk mat, and so much more. Just go to the My BGC merch page at bgcsports.net and place your order today. Your, my, his, her, she's BGC merch is waiting for you. Okay. Big day, the dopest engineer in the game. What is going on? Baseball fans all over the planet. You already know what time it is. The hashtag family of baseball show, or hashtag family baseball, the sister and the brother that, of course, is Anna and Mike. I call them the Rocky Balboa of the Shake Back Media Group. They, of course, will be in the second and third segments. We're going to get to the week that was with our teams. Two of us are happy. One of us is not. And I can tell you right now, I'll give you a hint. The one that's not happy is me. We got the power rankings coming in the third segment as well. And we got a special case or a special segment of Did You See That? And it was, of course, Josh Young, who honored his mother on Mother's Day. And we hope everybody out there had a happy Mother's Day. Let me do this real quick. Big day, because we had another blending family moment. Don't Jump the podcast every Tuesday at 6:30 across all of your across all of your our social media platforms, Instagram, of course, Twitter and Facebook. We had a wedding to take place this past Saturday, and it was absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. Pastors Norris and Tanya McGill officiated. They did what they always do. They brought the word, they ushered in the Spirit of God, and they injected some humor as they always do. And then, of course, the stars of the show, which was McKinley and Larry, our oldest daughter, McKinley, and Larry, our new official son, tied the knot. And we wish them nothing but the best going forward, Big Day. So I know that you were privy to us planning this wedding for as long as we did. And now that the ceremony is done and over with, the real work begins for McKinley and Larry. So you guys know how it is when two are joined as one and the last name changes. A lot changes. In fact, everything changes, both good and challenging. So we're going to continue to lift them up in prayer and, of course, wish them the best in their journey. Okay, that actually serves as my good, Big Day, because I'm doing the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm sorry, I forgot to warn you before that. So I'm going to need you to play the sounder as I introduced the good. That, of course, was the good. And just let me say this too. I know this is a baseball show, but y'all know we talk real life, and we're gonna talk some real life here in just a second. As the good, the bad, and the ugly is gonna feature something that's real life good and something that's real life ugly. But the bad is the fact that the manager from the Colorado Rockies, and we're gonna dive into this, Big Day, in the second segment with Anna and Mike, as Bud Black, the manager of the Colorado Rockies, after giving up 21 runs, and they were shut out to the San Diego Padres in the weekend set. They fired their manager, Bud Black. They've also fired their hitting coach. So it is an ugly scene, and it is bad. It is really bad in Denver. I mean, it's like a score of 21-0 you're thinking football, right? Or at least I was, because the bottom line is that um you thinking of the Broncos and a team that's no longer even playing in San Diego. But of course, the Chargers have gone on to Los Angeles. But yeah, that is bad. And it wasn't just Bud Black. It was the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and his name escapes me at the moment, but he also was relieved of his duties. The Pirates had a promising outlook with Paul Skeens, of course, heading their rotation, all of the young talent that they have, O'Neal Cruz and others out there in the Steel City, but they just have not been able to put it together. So that is the bad. And the ugly, Big Day, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna leave it here, because the bottom line is that this is very, very ugly. And unfortunately, for people out there that continue to say that there is no racism, there's no division in America, this is 2025, and it may not look the same as it once did. It may not sound the same as it once did. It may not even come across the same as it once did. But this, what I'm about to show, was it or is complete evidence that racism exists, and it doesn't matter if the African American person is a woman or a man or a child, because this piece of crap, Lily Gaddis, what she did in a park, I believe it was in Ohio, what she did to this kid, what she said to this kid, and then what she did to own it, is simply unacceptable. So I'm just gonna let the video play, and I welcome your comments. By the way, thank you guys for checking us out on Facebook, my personal page, the Shakeback Media Group's page, the page for the Big Game Christian Sports Network. And thank you guys out there for watching us on Instagram TV as well. So we welcome your comments. We welcome your feedback, of course. And we're going to go ahead and get into the ugly, because it is really, really ugly. Here we go.
I mean, would you use the N word out of interest?
Yes.
You would?
Mm-hmm. I do, quite frequently.
You use the N word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, if you use the N word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech.
Yeah, let me react to that for the next 6.5 minutes of this first segment. That lady is a terrible human being. That lady is someone you do not, and I repeat, you do not want any part of what she is emulated by your kids, unless you are in agreement with what she says and how she thinks. And if you are in agreement of what she says and what she thinks, that makes you a terrible piece of trash human being. And I don't know her faith, but let me just say this about faith and people who claim Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, who worship Jesus, who say they worship Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, and all those things that go along with being a true Christian. If she is a true Christian, she should be ashamed of herself. Now, I'm going to talk about this from a carnal standpoint, because I am a human being and I do have feelings and emotions. And that side of me makes me want to see her thrown in jail, although what she did wasn't illegal, but it makes me want to see something bad happen to her. I'm not going to lie. Just like she talked about having freedom of speech, I've got the freedom of speech to say what I want to say on my show, and I'm going to say it. She is a piece of trash human being. She's not even a human being. She is an evil troll is what she is. And for her to scold a 5-year-old child the way that she did and accuse that child of taking her son's toy does not give you justification to racially and verbally abuse anybody. And for anybody out there that agrees with that ideology, I invite you to come on my show and we can discuss it. Maybe not necessarily the baseball show, but I got other shows in which you can come on and we can discuss these things, because I just want to get to the real root of why you guys that are embracing the same thing that she embraced, why is it that you guys are okay with it? I mean, are you threatened so much by an individual who doesn't look like you, sound like you, think like you, smell like you, talk like you, whatever the case is? What is the real root of why you have that ideology? And I just want to know. And I say this so many times in so many places, and I'll scream it from the rooftops, I'll scream it from the mountaintops, I'll scream it from everywhere. There is nothing in this world that we cannot find to be unified on. There's nothing. Uh, we can do it, is what I'm saying, because nobody wants higher gas prices. Nobody wants higher food prices. No one wants higher taxes. Nobody wants low wages. Nobody wants to be homeless or not have an opportunity to become a homeowner. I just named off 8 or 9 things that we can be unified on, and that's just off the top of my head. And those are things that are like their rights, their privileges that we all supposed to share in the United States of America. So that is my question. What makes it okay to have that ideology? Because if it's fear, we're look, us as the indigenous minority folks in the United States of America, we don't really give you guys anything to fear. I'm gonna tell you why. Caucasian Americans are the group that commits the most violent crimes. They are the ones that commit the most sexual assaults. They are the ones that use drugs the most. They are the ones that do all these things, and they demonize people that don't look like them. And my question is, when are you going to stop drinking the Kool-Aid and start drinking the water that's healthy for you? Simply because this woman, Lily Gaddis, is she's becoming a mouthpiece, and she's raised, I want to say, close to $1 million. People have donated $1 million to this woman because of this video tirade. How much money did the guy that taped it all or video it all, how much money did he get? How much money did the family of the young little kid get? But she was able to raise over or nearly $1 million for this. And it's not for legal fees. She's not homeless. She doesn't have any sort of economic that we know of challenges in terms of being homeless or foodless. She was just a mean POC or POS for that matter. So my question again is why? That's something that she did that everybody should be scared of, simply because it is verbally abusive. And that child actually is a special needs child. So guess what? As a big brother of 2 siblings, 3 siblings really, that have had to have special or that are special needs, I understand that family that was the victim of the tirade. I would understand where they were coming from if they were intimidated or pissed off by what this woman was saying. Simply because, guess what? Number one, you're 5 years old, so your brain obviously is not developed yet. All you want to do is play with a kid. You want to play with somebody that you see as an equal to yourself because you just want to have fun. That's what kids do. And if you notice out there, everybody, let's just say this as we're winding down the first segment. Let's just say this. How many times, and you make it personal, how many times we as grown-ups now, when we were little kids, would play with other little kids that didn't look like us, and there was no problems in the sandbox on the swing, on the baseball field, whatever. There was no issues. They just played together like they supposed to play together. But then guess what? The infiltration of poisonous thinking comes into the mind, and it ain't just white folks; it's black folks too. They comes into the mind. This is what this is what we get taught, and then the next thing you know, we have instances like we just saw on the video with this piece of crap Lily Gaddis and that poor young black child. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the first segment. Thank you guys for checking in. Up next, yeah, the family is here. Let's get into it. Willie Epstein Jr., hashtag Brothers of Baseball Show. Y'all come back and holler at us.